Right, honesty is the best policy, we're pushing for the truth. Well, Rakesh, if I were you, I'd probably just tell them the truth. They don't need to come check on your medical knowledge because you've dropped from the medical path. It will be painful, but it will cut through the lies the fastest and you'll be able to move forward. And then you'll feel better without having that weighing you down. Rakesh frowns and rolls his eyes as though he'd just told me all the reasons why that wouldn't work. To be fair, he just did. If you're still nervous about it, you can always precede it with bad news to help cushion the blow a bit. Just so you know, one of my roommates just died. Anyway, I wish it was that. So, basically, we may or may not have hit alt and that kind of skipped through the scene. Oops. It will really help clear the air, Rakesh. Rakesh frowns and looks at me doubtfully, but shrugs. Stranger things have worked, I suppose. I'll see what I can put together. Not even a thank you. Just, ouch, man. Like, not even a thank you. Alright, I think we only needed 200 active, didn't we? 300, 200. We did, so we can actually take one of the wall climbing out and then put stuff. But the pub, though, the pub, fine, we'll go studying. Do you know how difficult it is not to want to go to the pub? I just see the pub and it's just, it's reaching out to me with its glorious yellow liquor. Oh well. See, I call it liquor. I'm down with the Americans, yo. As I sit in my room, I find myself staring at the ceiling. It's been a good year so far. Despite it only lasting 18 weeks. I've had a lot of fun, gotten used to college life, but as I think about what I've done this year, I can't help I haven't really made a lot of progress on my greater goals. What, studying? Like, your studying are pretty much maxed out. I mean, what more could you want? Well then, yeah, she did want to break out of her shell. We've done that as well. What was the Halloween party? Jeez, I went dressed like a normal slut. Like, whatever. I mean, I came to college to get away from my surroundings, to get out of my comfort zone. I guess I've done that bit. I feel like I've gotten more confident, but I still feel really shy. It kind of terrifies me, but I feel like I have to do something big, really get something going. Maybe if I can feel like I've truly left my old life behind. Like I'm really ready to claim this new life I'm leading. You can't give a rousing speech like that and then expect me to be like, yeah, you know what, fuck it. We'll just go back to bed. We're going to throw a huge party. I call Carmen up and 20 minutes later she's in my room as we discuss what to do. Right, Arthur. Oh, I've got it. You know what you need to do, Annie Bell. You need to throw a party. I saw that coming a mile away. Forgive my skepticism. I've just come from playing Fading Hearts and... it's just shit. See, I'm just trying to get used to it. It's just like, no, don't criticise this game, ChrisTenarium. It's a good game. This one's good. Oh, what? No, wait. How would I throw a party? I wouldn't even know where to begin. Well, you go call people and ask Isabel for huge advice. Exactly, you're trying to cement the new you, right? The best way to do that and really break out of your shell, throw a killer party. It's going to be shit. The first time's always shit in everything. I think you're right. Of course, I'm right. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. We'll have to find a new space to hold it in and figure out who to invite. Well, I feel as if we're going to do it here. And we're probably going to invite, I'd say near like 10 people. Like 5 roommates, Max, Isabella, Rakesh, Dominic and Sally. I actually got them all, I'm surprised. Carmen. Do we know anyone else? Roxanne's weird. No, we don't know anyone else. Oh well, 7 it is. We can't just have it here? And what, invite your housemates? That's not very far out of your comfort zone. I'm not calling her Annie Bell. That's just a ridiculous name. Anne. Anne, yeah, Arthur. I'm rebelling against you. Bastard. Come on. Oh, sorry. Come on. Think big with me. Okay, you're right. You're going to help me though, right? Of course, you don't have to do this alone. I'm here right with you. Yeah, and the 3 other times we've seen you in 18 weeks. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Thank you so much. No. No. Arthur. Oh, we're going to need some entertainment too. Oh, God. Oh, we know what the entertainment's going to be. I'm sure I can think of something fun to do for people. Well, not to put too fine a point on it, Anne, but don't you know a rock star? Yeah, that was always going to be the one thing we did. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a good... You realise now? Whatever. Of course it is. Think of some other stuff to do though, okay? Sour. Just in case it's a bit shit, we might need something else. Definitely. Oh, Arthur, this is going to be so much fun. I know, she said blankly, without any sort of expression. Oh, over-the-top, ridiculous. I know! Terrifying, but fun. Arthur and I hug as we squeal over our plans. This will be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what happens. Well, basically, Anne, it's going to go terribly. Probably. I give a stretch after another long day of classes. I'm looking at the stairs now, thinking how nice it's going to be back in my room. Until, on my way up, I hear Sally and Isabella arguing. I can't tell what it's about, but I can see Max standing between them. Oh, this is his dream situation. I breathe a silent sigh of relief. Mum always warned me about bad boys. Once I'm back in my room, I put on some headphones and get back onto my business. Right? No? Just... We are actually getting to the point where it's just like, well, Isabella isn't the main culprit? Nope, well, she's not fucking doing it then. You're not doing it. It's still early in the quarter. I'm not sure what to expect from Professor Merriweather. Still, it should at least be entertaining. Alright, if you're in this class, you've probably got the basics down, which means it's time to start getting serious. Now, normally we do this sort of thing in a lab, but today is special for two reasons. One, we're underfunded. Two, I'm lazy. I doubt those are the reasons. Number one, some brain genius decided to mix glycerin with KMNO4 in our labs, meaning that there is now an opportunity for an alternate environment learning. Secondly, the morgue is full and my contact is on the cheap. Right. As soon as she says that, one of the professor's TAs walks into the room, pushing a cart with a blanket over it, and a suspiciously body-shaped lump under the blanket. This is a 103 class, I'm pretty sure we're not up to this stuff yet. As soon as I see the look of the glee on the professor's face, though, I know we're going to do this. Alright, better question, who wants to make the first incision? Don't worry, he's dead, he complains very little. We're about to dissect a dead body. Alright, well just imagine it's Chad. Around the room, everyone seems unsure what to do with this. A few hands tentatively go up. Come on, you won't get a chance like this for another 2 or 3 years. Professor Merriweather, are you sure this conforms to regulations? Oh, under absolutely no circumstances whatsoever do I imagine that this is legal. I'm surprised you have to ask. And, in fact, she doesn't even look like she knows. I'm sorry, I thought this was biology. Apparently it's intro to law. Well, as it turns out, I've probably got a degree in that too, so how about you shut up? Wow. As a matter of fact, looks like someone just volunteered to take a culpa bill. I mean, first cut. The professor stares at me as the entire rest of the class turns to look at me with a mixture of amusement and horror. Space isn't randomly working to go forward. I wait a few moments to see if the professor is going to change her mind, but finally I stand up and walk down to the front of the class. She was never going to change her mind, was she? Here you go, Captain Rules. How about you choose our lesson plan for today? Pick a spot, we'll examine whatever you cut up. The professor hands me some plastic gloves, which I put on as she stands there staring at me. She then hands me a scalpel and I look over the body. Luckily the TA left his face and lower half covered. I walk over to the corpse to try and figure out what I'm going to do. Oh, we're not going to refuse to cut. Alright, what do we want? The chest or the belly? Very, very tempting to just go into the belly. What are we going to find out in the chest? Bullshit. Let's hope this guy's fat. We'll be here a while. I think about what I'd rather study today as I move over the cadaver's... whatever's belly. I make an incision just below where I think we should get access to the appendix. Ooh, good question. So many people have appendicitis these days. I wonder if his home has one. Alright, let's take a look for that appendix. If that's not there, I'm sure we'll find something fun. Now, the first thing you'll notice is the lack of blood. That's because they drain these things, and because I'm not a complete idiot. The professor looks at me just standing there making shooing motions. I slowly return to my seat as Professor Merriweather begins her lecture properly. I can't believe she had me do that. What? That's it? We don't even have to look inside. It wasn't my favourite, but it was still a fascinating learning opportunity. Oh, well. If there's anything which is going to take you out of your shell, it's cutting a dead body up. Nothing says, I have broken out of my shell than just becoming a murderer. Well, more or less. I'm starving. Luckily, the cafe on the way home... Luckily, the cafe is on the way home. I was going to say, don't get fading hearts riding on me. A nice sandwich sounds perfect about now. Well, it's in Isabella saying that. Fuck for that. As I open the door, I see Isabella and wave. Hello. She smiles, but seems to be busy. Hello. Can I have a sandwich? Or something like that. As I'm sitting down with my food, I notice Wanker coming in. This might get ugly. I duck down into my seat a bit. I don't want to cause a scene, and I certainly don't want to antagonise the football player. I'm sure he wouldn't do anything violent, but still, there's no need to cause a ruckus. Besides, if Isabella needs me, I want to be here. Luckily, Isabella doesn't notice him at first. He keeps serving other customers. Finally, after a few moments, I hear Chad clearing his throat loudly. Hey, Isabella, I don't get to have a word or nothing. I don't see why you should get a word in. Do you honestly feel like there's something to say? Because I don't particularly. Come on, don't be like that, baby. Look, I'm sorry I screwed up. Doesn't mean we can't have some good times, yeah? Wow. I screwed up, I admit it. Let's go have sex. I sound like a pervy Italian. Like, this Austrian thing's gone way off the chart. I've just moved into another fucking country. Oh well. You really think that's all it's going to take? Isabella sets down the tray she was carrying with enough force that the sound echoes throughout the whole cafe. This is going to turn very ugly. We're over, you bastard. You had your chance at greatness and you friggin' blew it. Now scuttle off and leave me be. Come on, baby. I'm not the only one missing out. We had some good times, yeah? I've made some mistakes, sure, but I'm coming to you on my knees here. We can't tell. You're too tall. Even if you were on your knees, you'd still be far taller than most of us. Oh, are you? Really? Because you look like you're standing perfectly well for me. You don't even have flowers or chocolates or anything. You're not even trying. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you didn't bring me flowers. I'd hate to think you wasted your money. We done here. Come on, you think you can do better than me? Just forgive me already. Are you kidding? I could find a better man than you behind the dumpsters. Chad turns red in anger for a moment. Are you kidding me? I'm the best thing that ever happened to you, darling. Jump in and help Isabella. Stay quiet and let Isabella handle it. Honesty is the best policy. I can't stand any more. I'm not just going to let Chad bully Isabella like this. You should probably go, Chad. Isabella doesn't want you here. Isabella's hard gaze flits in my direction for a moment. It seems like she gets even angrier before she looks at Chad. Nobody was talking to you, little mouse. Scurry back into your little hole. Maybe it's that kind of disrespect that got you dumped in the first place. Chad turns on me and starts approaching me menacingly. What? You think you could steal my woman out from under me? Just slip away with her in the night? Nobody's stealing anything, Chad. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. Just go. I'm trying my best not to shrink away from Chad. It's taking everything in my power. This is bull. Oh, shit. The first time. Bollocks. This is bull, Isabella. How can you do this? Quite easily, you arsehole. That says asshole, but, like, he's not a donkey. Well, he is, but, you know, arsehole. It's a better word. Arsehole. Almost as easily as I can throw you out of this cafe. And if you think of causing any more trouble, I'll also easily cause you a world of hurt. You understand me, Chadwick? Chad glares at Isabella, then at me, and then back at Isabella. Finally, he throws his hands up in frustration. Fine, I'm leaving. It's no use trying to talk sense to your crazy ass. Smell you later, losers. Smell you later? What are you, a fucking Pokemon rival? As Chad leaves, I slump down in my chair. My previous energy just leaves me. I look back up in time to see Isabella standing over me fuming. And what were you trying to do, Anne? I just wanted to help. I didn't like him bullying you. I can take care of myself, Anne. I don't need anyone fighting my battles for me. Just eat your food. I've got other servers. customers to serve. I'll see you tonight, okay? I nod quietly as Isabella brushes off. I can tell she's still pretty angry, hopefully not at me. Well, we're going back and doing that part, aren't we?